What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. King Fab and Offroad has a fun little segment here where we are going to be putting some rock sliders on this teardrop camper. This is a buddy of mine, Dwayne. He decided to get into the compact camping world. I guess you could say we're going to be doing rock sliders, putting a box on the front of this, and then eventually he's thinking about getting this wrapped, and then maybe we're going to even do like an exo cage around it in case he gets into the trees. I'm not going to go in full depth and every step-by-step, I guess you could say, piece to this, but what my game plan on this is we're putting some 1.5 by 3. I want to say we did some 11 gauge. I can't remember exactly for sure, but plenty thick and heavy. Where you're going to be putting this right here, hanging out just a little bit, about 2 inches of it out. We're going to be putting stilts to the frame and drilling the frame and just putting some through bolts to attach it, so that way we don't even have to weld on this nice pretty new frame of his. We're going to get rid of these steps and run this down, put some supports into the fender, come to the back, and then we're going to be making a rear bumper for this thing. Obviously mimic both sides, tie it all together. That is my game plan. Come with me, watch me, critique me, comment, however you want to do it. I'm going to do it my way anyways, so hopefully you approve whenever there's some pieces of metal stuck to this camper. And I hope you guys enjoy. So I'm going to start piecing this thing together. I'm going to start here by the door, I believe, and that's the longest, most crucial piece. I'm going to see how it lines up with the fender outskirting here and match my angles, because this is already, you know, boxy as it is. Looks like we're going to be working with some 45s mainly, which is nice, and then go from there. So let's see what we can build. All right, we got our first 83-inch long piece, which goes from just right there at the fender to the front here. We're obviously going to taper that off, but I cleaned this up as you just saw, and then I am going to start making outriggers to the frame, get them welded on, get everything set up here, I should say, get them tacked on there and get a look for it, and then I'll talk to you here in a minute about it. Okay guys, a little bit of an update. I suck at doing clips and playbys, I guess, of what I'm doing. Long story short, this piece right here is the main runner that runs from right there to right in front of the tire. It has a bevel cut to match the body line, and then I have another piece that runs over to the tongue, which goes right here. But right now what I'm doing, it's kind of hard to hold all this up. I'm by myself, of course, and figure out the distance I want from the frame, and then add the 3 inches of the tubing and where I want it to sit. And you have to get these stilts or supports that run to the frame extremely precise. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm getting 2 on the main piece, and then it's going to be welded to the corner right there, and 2 bolted to the front as well. So there'll be 3 main supports just in that short span, which will be plenty for this thing. But I'm going to be drilling holes right here, and then so I'm going to have one here, here, and here to run bolts through, and I'm going to start with doing that before I weld it all together, I think, or maybe weld this piece to this and then mock it up. But that's what's going on right now, guys. Not a whole lot's passed. I got about 6 hours of work since I talked to you last, but I have cut a lot of pieces. I have my other pieces cut over there, and everything for both sides from right there to right here is done. So I'm gonna start piecing that together and I'll show you what I come up with. Okay, you guys just watched me drill my first hole into the frame. I did like a pilot, a little big, but we're going to 1/2 inch. I had this bright idea when I came up with this idea of doing this, that we would bolt everything to the frame rather than grind all this nice paint off this brand new camper. And you know, to each his own. Because it weighs 2,000 pounds, I thought, well, we'll just bolt everything. You know, it doesn't need welded. Some people love to bolt their stuff on anyways, besides the point. Yeah, I just thought it would be a good idea to do bolts on these, and it's a pain in the butt. I kind of regret it, but I'm already this far. I'm gonna keep going with it. Gonna have to buy stock and some nice drill bits. But anyways, I got this one drilled. I'm doing 3 here, 3 down there. The ones up there on the front of the frame are already done, and I didn't bore you guys with drilling each of these. And then also I welded up all the seams on my piece that you can see is complete now. And so yeah, I'm going to finish drilling these and then get this mocked up. Okay, now that I have it stilted up here, you can see down I have a 2-inch separation from the body to the outside. I did that just so we can potentially do an exo cage around it later and protect it, obviously, if you lean into something a little bit. Pardon me, I'm out of breath because I'm fat. Notice these bolt holes aren't quite lined up. I'm going to do that real quick here and then get the rest in there, and then I'll give you a rundown what it looks like. Okay, here's what we got so far. I didn't put one bolt in there, but just for proof of concept, I have that round to here, edged in with the same angle, and then run all the way back, same distance all the way down. We're gonna run some tubing inside of this little skirt here, little fender, just in case it gets crushed later. But right now, you got 1 bolt in the top, 1 there. I think it looks pretty good. And for literally 2 bolts in here and these 2 here, it's actually all just pulled up tight into this body. I mean, it's super stout. I could jump on the thing. Super happy with it. Now the hard part is, like I said, getting the rest of these dang bolts put in the frame. Drilling this frame has been a massive issue, and like I said, I do regret it, but I'm gonna get some better drill bits tomorrow. I've ruined all my good bits, and we're gonna keep going on this, but I like how it looks so far. I'm gonna match the other side, and then we'll start working on the back. All right, update a few hours later. It's the next day. This is the passenger side main frame rail, or rocker rail, I guess we can call it. I got it all welded up. Everything is drilled into the frame, and now I need to make me some end caps, which I have some of this rounded stuff that fits nicely. Sorry, suck at the camera. Gonna cut a couple of those out just to cap that off. and make sure no water gets in there and rust this thing away. So I'm gonna make 2 of those, get them on each end, clean them up, and then we're gonna mount these up and I will really show you guys what they look like on there next. That's shiny. That's nice. Okay. Got our cap. Let's go put it on there. Alright guys, this is the passenger side. Got that super close. Tied all the way down. And then run the stringer over here. We're gonna utilize this as kind of a step and building onto this on the front here. We're gonna be putting a toolbox and stuff. But I'm pretty stoked with how this came out. I mean, I really, like I said like 3 or 4 times now, I wish I would have just welded all this on, but it added a new element of the cleanliness of it. There's my supports underneath. 3 bolts. 3 bolts. Well worth it. And I think it looks good. Minus, I don't have paint on it and stuff. And then on this side I don't have quite all the bolts in, but you get the idea, same thing. Real nice and tight, all the way down. I love it. I am happy with it. Pretty proud of how it came out so far. Obviously have a lot more to go. The next thing we're gonna be tackling now is this back section. If you notice, so I have that cap there. We're gonna run some metal inside here, and I'm gonna make the next piece right here. Do the same as that essentially, but we're gonna be tying it into a rear bumper. We're gonna try and make it stick out a little ways to be in line with the back of this hatch, so that way if we back into anything, we'll be in good shape. But in the meantime, this is gonna be the next piece I'm building. Short, simple, gonna just go right here, bolt through, so it should be nice. So yeah, let's get to it. It's almost like I didn't do anything. I've got those unbolted and taken off. I have them laying over here. I am leaving those off. Have both ends capped. All my bolts are drilled for. All my holes are happy. I mean, anyways, I am gonna make this like a 2-part series, I guess, because it's gonna make a really long video if I don't. There's no reason in packing it into 2, and give you guys something to anticipate if you care to see what this looks like when we're done. This is only about halfway done. Like I said, I've got both of these rails up to the wheel well done. I'm gonna be fabricating an idea. I was gonna do something one way here on the bumper, and now I'm thinking about changing it up and using this 3x, as long as my buddy Dwayne is okay with that. The look isn't quite what we were going for, but it's gonna make it all tie together really nicely. So we'll see what he has to say. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this little build series on this camper. Delving into a little bit more fabrication finally, doing some fun stuff. Not a complete spoiler, but if you've paid attention, I've been waiting on my Eco Crawler kit from Northwest Fab, and it has finally arrived. So that is super cool. I'm excited, except I have this to finish. I have a Toyota frame, a first gen Tacoma I am going to be redoing completely next week. So we're not going to get to my Tacoma and be doing the gear set for a while, unfortunately. But it's here, and you guys that have been itching and asking about it, it exists now and it's in my possession. So that's pretty sweet. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will catch you on part 2 of this build. Catch you next time.